How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Deadpool version 2.0, the X-Force color version from amazing Yamaguchi, Revoltech. So this is their series number 25, the EX version. Quick look at the side panel. Nice pose there, smell you later. Nice comic book style paneling in the back. I don't know what any of this says, but that says version 2.0. Would you just relax? Advantage Deadpool. Some option parts there. And let's go ahead and get them out of the package. Quick look at the accessories, or some of the accessories. All of his different hands, his fists, the hands for holding the size. I have one swapped in. The trigger finger hand or the katana holding hand. We've got some thumbs up or thumbs down. We've got some pointing finger hands. And these open splay finger hands, really cool. This is a pouch for his thigh. 3 additional head portraits. His beastie combat knife there. His large pistols, the other side. Some additional accessories, his cell phone. The accessory piece for adding weapons to his back. Some additional eye swap pieces. So you just remove the black portion there and swap the eyes on. And a stick of dynamite, because why not? And 2 sheaths that you can attach to slots all around him for those additional Rambo knives. All right, let's take a look at the articulation on this amazing fig. Starting at the top, check out this range in the head. I mean, that is way up in case he was going for that kind of look. And you get a little more range when you activate the head. I'm sorry, the neck, which is on an additional swivel. So that is a tremendous amount of range. Really impressive. You can get some really weird looking stuff there. Some skulking kind of stuff. He's posing here, flexing. In terms of the shoulders, you're going to get way past 90 degrees. Way past 90 degrees. You have a butterfly joint here that is going to give you more great range, and you're going to hear that a lot in this video because that's what these figures are known for, these amazing Yamaguchi figs. They're all about this extreme articulation. They do compromise and expose joints, as you see here, in exchange for this amazing range. But that's a trade-off that I'm willing to accept because I admire how dynamic you can pose these figs thanks to all the articulation. So here also with this figure, you have an upper bicep swivel. You have, I don't even know what kind of elbow this is, man. It's like it's like a ball peg with another ball on the inside. But at any rate, it gives you an amazing amount of range, so much so that you can touch your shoulder. You know, that's how much range you get there. That's really amazing. Dum-dum-dump. You have an upper diaphragm cut that gives you outstanding range. Look at that. You also have the waist cut that'll give you swivel and it'll give you some tilt and lean. And with the upper diaphragm cut, you'll get even more tilt and lean. If you activate the diaphragm cut and the waist, you get a tremendous amount of crunch forward. Look at that, as if he were falling, or if he had his guns in his hand, as if he were blasting away. At the legs, you're gonna get about that much forward, and you're not gonna get much back at all at the upper thigh, but you will get a tremendous amount of range backward at the knee, and a tremendous amount of bend here at the ankle. You do have this toe articulation, and you do have great rocker. So really nice there. You have an upper thigh cut at both legs that doesn't give you a traditional rotation or swivel. It kind of swivels out at an angle. So the leg does that. So as it swivels, it turns the leg into almost like a 90-degree lift here at the hip. And it looks weird in this angle, but it gives for amazing articulation when you're posing. As Deadpool is like, bring my arms down, dude. What's up with the weird pose, dude? Dude. Here at the upper boot cut, there is this really interesting, so you have that rotation, right? But you also have like swivel in there, and you can kind of like bend forward and backward here at the upper boot in addition to the knee. So you can do all kinds of angular posing. I can get the knee at 90 degrees, or I can bring it upward some. Really interesting stuff, right? And you got full rotation, of course, at the ankle. So that's a really great point of articulation. I haven't seen that before in a figure. Not at the shin, you know, that you can rock like that. That's really interesting. So really cool stuff. Let's get Deadpool decked out in some of his accessories and take a look at his deco. All right, cool little pose there for Deadpool. I'm feeling this dude, man. He is so just awesome. Looking at some of his accessories really quickly, I attached a knife sheath and a Bowie knife there to his boot. And I have another one here to kind of like show you what that'll be like. And it's a really cool little accessory. It has the peg there. And I'll attach this other knife. I'll remove this little pouch. And I'll attach the other knife here. Because you never know. He's got his guns in his hand right now, but he might get into a vibe where he just wants to start slinging knives. You know? You never know. Deadpool is unpredictable. You know? So I'll get the little pouch over here so I don't lose it. And swoop, swinging him around a little bit. Check out that angle there. Really cool. This guy is winning. So we have the other slot on the other side. And I've already attached a holster and a pistol here to his boot on the right side. And I also have the additional one here. And I just wanted to show you how this fits into the holster. There's a hole in this pistol so that it can slot directly into the peg inside the holster. And then that peg attaches to the slot on the figure itself. So that is really clever design. And it works like a charm, as you can see there. So he is ready to go. And I mean, he still has additional weapons. I have the size, and this one I have already attached to a hand so that you can see how it grips on. And that is great design, man. It fits so snug in that hand. Awesome, awesome stuff. And this is like, it'll give a little bit, but if you're not careful, this will break. It'll snap. But I also have these other two beastie Bowie knives, so he can really go in, man. All right, let's look at some of his deco. I'm feeling all the pouches. I'm really digging that. It reminds me of Snake Eyes when I first saw Snake Eyes as a kid. All the pouches that he had on him. And I was like, oh, wow, man, that guy has secret weapons. These pouches here at the waist do open up to help you out with articulation when you're moving them about. And you can kind of like close them here. And of course, you know, you can rotate them and stuff. But this back pouch here, fanny pack, does a job of covering the unsightly waist cut from the hyperarticulation of these figs. And here in this back pouch, you can see that he has some slots where you can put additional weapons, you know, or if you wanted to, you could just put the pouches that I removed previously. I've got the swords in a straight pattern, not in a cross pattern there. Just, I don't know, I thought it looked cool there for a second. And these are removable from the sheaths, of course. Beautiful metallic sheen. Love the gold. Look at the red accent along the handle. Super, super cool. Get that back in there. Very, very nice. Look at all the pouches along the holster by his ribs there. Super nice, man. Super, super nice. Let's see if he'll stand after all that twisting and turning. Little look at Deadpool here with his 2 ginormous Bowie knives. That's not a knife. Very chill. I love the fact how he just has all these weapons all over the place, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a look at that time that Deadpool thought he was He-Man. And he went for the I have the power. This is a character that you could just have so much fun with because he's like lethal, but he's also like a goofball. All right, an extremely angular dynamic pose, activating a lot of the joints and the hyperarticulation in his legs, especially that shin rocker. I don't really know what else to call it in the boot. Super cool. I've got one of the blades exposed there on his thigh, you know, giving a little bit of glint there, like chee-shing, something's about to go down. I mean, look at how hyper-articulated he is. And this is what makes these amazing Yamaguchi figures so amazing. They're hyper-extreme articulation. I'm loving all these angles that we're seeing here. Look at the guns there. Really nice. All right. Because if you have a melee weapon in one of my shows, you got to go through the iconic Conan pose. And this is the best that I could get out of our friend here without getting crazy and exposing, how unsightly some of the joints can be. Because if we're going to extend his arms out like that, right, it's not going to complement the way the figure is designed. So I'll bring the arm in a bit, work with the articulation, but it's not too bad, right? I mean, not too bad at all. We'll take it. Absolutely. Let's jump into a quick comparison. My amazing Yamaguchi cable. And this dude, this dude is a behemoth next to Deadpool. Like, wow. Let's get a quick back-to-back. I mean, look at that. When I first saw the Deadpool pictures online, I thought that a lot of the body sculpt would be the same as Cable's, primarily because of what I saw in the boots. But this is clearly not even close. These are 2 totally different body sculpts, and Cable is massive next to Deadpool. It's really cool stuff, man. Really, really cool stuff. I had a lot of fun with Deadpool today. A lot of fun with this guy. Heck yeah, heck yeah. As always, everybody, it's a lot of fun taking these times out to share the experience of collecting toys as an adult. I hope you're able to keep coming back and share some more experiences too. Until next time, everybody, take care.